GODZ December update coming up. Hello everyone, my name is David Bowler. I'm the creator of the animated streaming series GODZ. I hope you're all doing well. It's the end of the year again. Another year has passed, another year, no show, which does not make me happy, but you know, c'est la vie. Or like the French said, c'est comme ci, comme ça. I do have some updates for you though. Things are actually gonna go now pretty fast. Now I think it's just time to really just, start. I've finished most of the stuff I was gonna finish this year, which, will free me up some time. So let's go over a few things. I want to try to make this video a little shorter than the last ones. Just really trying to focus on the essence here, but I got a couple of interesting things for you guys. First of all, and very important, I finished up the business plan. Now you're gonna say, oh, why do you need a business plan if you're just you by yourself, basically, but it's very good to just look at what is the reality of distribution, what is the reality, what are the costs involved, blah blah blah. And the thing is, I've told you in another video, distribution changes very, very quickly right now. Amazon, for example, when it was a little bit independent friendly a couple of years ago, is slowly turning into sort of like a mogul site, where they're pretty much only interested into the big thing, and they keep slashing costs, payouts to the smaller independent producers. So we definitely see a tendency of that. We also see the tendency that Netflix is turning down stuff left and right. They're sort of being really, really picky, basically. They're throwing a lot of money at stuff that they think there's hype behind it or whatever, but they're also really paying less and less, basically, to stuff that they consider not to be worth it. So that was very important, to have a strategy that is not Netflix, not Amazon oriented, basically. What am I going to do, in a case of, Netflix turning it down, and so on. So I really worked out a pretty good strategy, and I think by the time the show is going to be done, I'm going to be in a good position. So that's definitely one important thing. Then the other thing is too, I started, obviously, like I said last time, I started working on a trailer. The idea is sort of like, what do you want to contain in those 30-40 seconds? This is a big story. This is not just like the story of a local gangster or a little bit something. This is a story of the universe, the galaxies. We're talking billions, possibly billions of years, that are integrated here. What do you show? Do you just show the storyline? Do you just show excerpts of the first season? Or do you want to do something that's a little bit bigger? So I've been really working on the individual scenes. What do I want to show? What do I want to show to convince people that this is a great idea? And so I'm actually starting animation next week. So expect to see some stuff very soon. Meanwhile, I've been doing some character cards, which I'm going to be showing you right now. These are just basically cards that show the character traits of the individual characters, very much reduced, but they show the animated look, like the way the characters are going to look at the end in the show, and not like pencil sketches or concept art. So this is pretty much, it's not entirely finished, but it's as close to finished as it comes without actually being in the show. I'll also start working on the graphic novel, which was actually planned for last year, basically. But now, if I start working on it now, we're actually going to have it published by September 2019 for the book fair in Frankfurt. This will be a very nice, deluxe edition hardcover that's signed and limited. It will be signed and have a limited edition print in the back. So this will be a very, very interesting project because it focuses the storyline on the here and now. We're not actually talking about back when the Anunnaki here first came, but we're actually focusing on the here and now. Now I'm going to serialize this on Webtoons, Line Webtoons, but it will be sort of like a cut apart version, because Line Webtoons is different specs than the print version has, which is actually a nice segue, because that leads me into my next project. I announced this on Instagram already, but in a few days I'll be starting a Patreon page. Now most of you will probably know what a Patreon page is. For those of you who do not know what a Patreon page is, Patreon is sort of like I wouldn't call it, it is kind of like a crowdfunding kind of platform, but it works very differently than Kickstarter and Indiegogo, basically. Sort of like, you have several tiers, people can donate to you whatever they feel according to those tiers. Could be very little, or it could be very much, basically. And they get monthly rewards. Or you can also pay them by rewards. Now my thing is going to be monthly, so it's just a certain amount of stuff you're going to get every month. Now where's the segue? The segue basically was that I will serialize the graphic novel with at least one page a week in its full epic form, like the way it's going to be presented in the graphic novel, the way it's going to be printed on Patreon. So you basically can read this well ahead of everybody else, like a half a year ahead, basically. So I'm gonna actually make another video in a few days about the Patreon thing. It's gonna be open for business in on the 19th. I think that's like a Wednesday the 19th. And I'll make another video about exactly what type of tiers that we're gonna have, you know, and what's going to be on offer. But I think for most of you who are really interested in this project, this should be a really good viable option to participate in it. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's literally a participation thing. You will see as it gets done. And yes, it will cost a little something, but I think it's the price is really marginable. I mean, it is very, very cheap, basically. And but you get to participate in something, and then you get to see how it gets done. And I think that will be very exciting. It will be exciting for you. It will be exciting for me to build that community, basically, around this project. I also have more concept pieces of concept art uploaded on Etsy. Etsy, you know, as you know, that's like the marketplace for artwork, self-made stuff. And yeah, if you're interested in the concept art, I actually sold quite a few, and it's slowly picking up. And but there's so much still. You know, I got 71 pieces up right now. I still have some pieces that are not uploaded. All in all, I have about 130 pieces of art, I think, at the moment. So yeah, please, if you feel free to check this out. Also, I want to welcome the new subscribers. Got a few new subscribers the last few weeks. So thank you. Obviously, I haven't been publishing as many videos as I planned to and wanted to. I've been promising those alien videos for like months, and I wanted to make an update on the distribution video, which actually got quite a few views, but that keeps changing so fast. So yeah, and that's it for a moment. You'll definitely get a Patreon video like in the next few days that will explain in detail what Patreon has to offer. And I hope that some of you will have fun with that and sign up. Other than that, you know, I wish you a happy New Year or holidays. You know, because we don't want to say Christmas. Happy holiday and a happy New Year. And if I can, you know, obviously I will upload some of the animatics for the trailer, you know, before the end of the year. But we'll see how far I get on that. And other than that, we'll talk early next year. Okay.